928. Okay, so are you looking to date again, but just a little nervous to get back out there? You're not alone. We've talked about this before, and apparently there's a term for it. It's called FODA. Fear of dating again. You know, like FOMO, fear of missing out. People say they feel like they're lacking social skills after spending so much time in quarantine. So how can we overcome it? So Dr. Rachel Needle, licensed psychologist and certified sex therapist, is joining us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we want to see if we can move the needle on this one. Sorry, I had to do it. Well, but it's not just the fact that we've been in quarantine. It's also that with cases that are starting to go up and everyone's talking about the Delta variant, people just might be nervous about meeting new folks and going on dates. So first, we're going to talk about things you can do before you go out on a date and then what to do during the date. So let's start with before. What do you recommend first if you want to go on a date, you're thinking about going out on a date?
So I think for many that are anxious about getting back into the game, just like Stella, they need to get their groove back. So in order to try to do that, practice with a friend. So if you're feeling anxious about getting back out there, practice, talking and sitting with and, mocking a date with a friend.
Okay, practice with a friend. Also, are there some techniques? Because some people, you can be nervous on first dates and the anxiety of it and all that. Is there something we can do to help with that?
Absolutely. There's a lot of things you can do. So for some, I recommend diaphragmatic breathing, which is doing some deep breathing from your diaphragm rather than shallowly from your chest. So deep breath in through your nose, count to 5, then hold it for a few seconds, and then exhale through your mouth for the same amount of time. And there are also some great apps like Headspace and Calm and Breathe, where you can just do a 5-minute quick mindfulness meditation that will help you decrease some anxiety and get in a good mindset to be less anxious.
And I think that would really help as you're walking up to meet them or right before they arrive, because that's the part where you're like, oh gosh, what am I doing? Also, because a lot of people are on apps and they're doing that, so sometimes you don't really talk to the person that much before you meet them. What do you recommend you do before you actually go up and meet with someone else?
So I always recommend that people have at least one phone conversation with the person. That way you can hear their voice, you can see if there's some connection, if some conversation will flow. I think it's really important to do prior to meeting a person. I also think, it doesn't hurt. You're doing it anyway. Checking out the person's social media, making sure they're the person they say they are, seeing if they have similar interests as you, maybe even mutual friends. So I know people are doing it anyway, so it's a recommendation.
You mean do your research, go on the... Yeah.
Absolutely.
That is a must. Okay, let's go on the actual date then. And we have the Good Day players, the Mighty Good Day players that are joining on this one. So we're going to bring in Mike and Karen. Oh, look at that.
We're not Mike.
Oh, sorry, you're not Mike and Karen. Who are you?
I'm Jack.
Okay, you're Jack.
I'll be Diane.
Hi, Jack.
Isn't that your
Jack and
grandson's
Diane.
name, really? That's what you come up with? Anyway.
I know, sorry.
So but you're on a first date, right?
Yes, we're on a first date. We're at Rouge.
Oh, I can see by that lovely background.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dr. Needle, you're going to give them tips and they're going to kind of act it out.
Excellent.
So first is the location. Where should you meet up? What kind of places are good if you're kind of nervous about it? First date spot.
Well, I think especially if you're nervous about COVID in general, right? Be creative and do something that you feel safe doing. So maybe something outside, socially distanced, so that you can maybe plan a shorter date, and that's good anyway to do, so that you can make sure that this is somebody that you want to spend additional time with. So be creative.
Here's Diane, come closer. I have a heavy wax buildup in this left ear. So why don't you just come in closer?
They're in my space.
I don't know about that.
You
need your space. So that's why you should
be.
be
If you're worried about COVID, you won't want to get close.
Yeah, exactly. And that's part of being outside, so you can get,
Has this sore cleared up?
So when it comes to creating the date and planning it, what recommendations do you have with that?
So to be creative, so do things that will help you feel safer, that you can be distanced, and also be yourself. So, a lot of people put on, they're different on the first and second date. Just make sure you're yourself. If it's not a good fit, you want to know that from the beginning.
That's a very good point. I've seen that recently. There were like a lot of people, you try to put on airs to try to be, a better version of yourself. But then at the end of the day, you are you. So might as well do it in the beginning so you can know right away.
Hey, Diane.
Whether they're liking it or
not.
I don't think I want to reveal something. I'm very much into home improvement. I watch all those shows on HGTV. And I've just painted one of my rooms red. Would you like to come inside?
Safe word? How?
Safe word. Okay. Oh my gosh. So in conclusion, Dr. Needle, Do you have any, just to sum it all up, things that people should think about?
Yeah, so think about doing things that make you feel comfortable, both, to decrease your anxiety about COVID, but also getting back into the dating scene. So you can do something virtually even to begin with, and that takes care of both of those, right? There's less pressure when you are on a screen, I think, and so that's something that you can do. And give yourself the time that you need. Be easy on yourself, compassionate, and start slowly.
Diane, I just heard that Justin Bieber is having a concert, a virtual concert, and we can sit on my couch and watch it.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
I love Justin Bieber.
The Biebs. I know all of his songs. I could probably name. What's this one?
That's why I brought it up. I
Oh.
know that you're into the Biebs.
Yeah, I think it's going to go really well for Jack and Diane. I don't know about that.
See, I'm lying about that, and I shouldn't do that, right?
Yes, you should be upfront about what you actually like.
Be genuine.
Be genuine.
You like R&B.
Be yourself.
I do actually like the Biebs, but you would like R&B.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not going to work out for you two. I hate to break it to you. All right, thank you, Dr. Needle.
Thank you for having me.
Right, 9.